Today we'll be discussing Whispers at Moonrise, the fourth book in the series. One of the most interesting and chilling and books in the series. One of my absolute favorites, of course. So, Carly's grandfather, real grandfather, Malcolm Summers, has turned off his phone, but she feels something in the woods calling out to her. Later, we discover that it's her grandparents, well, grandfather and great aunt. Because remember, her grandmother, Heidi, is the ghost that she had problems with in the previous book. The ghost in this book is quite interesting because when she shows up, she kind of looks like a zombie, flesh hanging off everywhere, maggots in the mouth, all that shit. And Kylie tells her, please fix your face. I can't stand looking at you when you look like that. The guy's like, okay, now I'll fix my face. But it turned out to be the face of someone Kylie knows and is still alive. So she tries to figure out why this ghost would be looking like someone she really cares about but knows is still alive. So she asks Holiday about it, and apparently ghosts can have identity crisis. If they didn't like the way they looked when they were alive, they can change their faces, or it could be a spirit from the future, which doesn't make Kylie very happy because she doesn't want this person to die. School officially starts in this book at the Shadow Falls Academy. So we get new teachers. We get a female teacher that teaches English. We get a Hayden Yates, which is actually, he plays a very big part in these last two books. And then there's a Colin Warren, which is shy and he's just weird. Yeah, he's just weird. Kylie and Lucas are really close in this book. In fact, she wants to actually say yes to going out with him. That works out really well. Derek admits to being in love with Kylie still. She's still battling her emotions just a little bit. The feelings that she still has for him. I don't like him. I'm sorry. I just really don't like Derek. He's too pushy. He gets on my nerves. Let's see. Bella decides to go on a mission for the FRU in this book. And they try to get Miranda and Perry. Actually, I think Miranda and Perry are together in this book. I think that happened in the previous book where they actually finally started going out. There's so many bad things that happen in this book, but I'm trying to focus on the good ones first, which isn't easy. There are some good things. Kylie's brain pattern changes. First, it shows that she's completely human, which we all know not possible. And then, remember, Miranda turned Kylie's poor little black and white kitten into a skunk. Now she's trying to change the little skunk back into a kitten, but she's taking him out at first light and doing spells, and the poor cat is terrified. And Kylie gets annoyed because she wants to take Socks back into the cabin because she can tell he's really not enjoying this. And she's like, why can't you just say turn him back into a kitten? Yes, I'm using my pinky because apparently in these books, this is where the witch's power lies. That's why if you make a pinky promise between witches, it's like the biggest oath there is. I forgot to mention that at the end of the previous book, Kylie's dad did tell her she's a chameleon. But she has no idea what that means, and everyone's making fun of her because there's no such thing as a lizard supernatural. But now, her brain pattern has changed to that of a witch's. So she's a witch at the moment. She doesn't stay a witch for very long. Later on, when she sneaks off of the school grounds to see her grandfather and great aunt at the cemetery, she runs into Lucas and Perry, who try to stop her. So she uses magic to cast a net on them, but then she keeps thinking she needs to run faster, and her brain pattern actually emerges into that of the vampires because they are the fastest species there is. So she went from witch to vampire. And obviously Lucas isn't very thrilled about her putting a net over him, but she's so afraid that he's going to freak out because of her pattern being that of a vampire, because whereas in vampires don't get along. But again, points for Lucas here. He says he doesn't care because he loves what's in here, not in here. His sister shows up at the camp and she's a real bitch. That's how we figured out that Kylie's grandfather is around the school grounds trying to get her attention, because he changed himself into fog and chased Clara. I would chase her too. She's an ungrateful hoe bag. Sorry, if I don't like characters, I make sure everyone knows I don't like the characters. So, when she comes back to Shadow Falls, there's this huge thing because she snuck out. We finally figure out that Holiday had a twin sister named Hannah. I say had because her sister was murdered and is the ghost Kylie is dealing with now. Kylie gets pulled into visions of being stuck in a mass grave with two other dead girls, because she is Hannah in the vision. And Hannah isn't there because she wants to get out of the grave or anything like that. She's there because whoever killed her is after Holiday now, which isn't good. But Kylie's very suspicious of the teacher Hayden Yates in the beginning, because he's like skulking around and she'll turn around and he's just there. But there's a good reason for that we find out as well a little bit later. And when she figured out, because Hannah was like, he has her, so someone has Holiday. Kylie bolts to Colin Warren's cabin. Not Colin Warren, Hayden Yates' cabin, and he's still there, so she knows he doesn't have Holiday. So she basically confiscates his phone. While looking for Holiday and whoever took her, Frederica shows up, and she mentions that she has followed Colin Warren to a creepy cabin just outside of the property of Shadow Falls, and that she's been having weird vibes from him. So she actually helps Kylie. They end up finding the teacher, Colin Warren, right after he has killed Holiday. Now, Kylie has this very special gift. She can bring people back from the dead. The problem is, it costs a price. It takes a piece of her soul, so she shouldn't do it often, but she did it for Holiday. And while she was trying to heal Holiday, the teacher tried to attack her, so Frederica took the teacher on and ended up killing him. See, I told you she gets better. We like her later. Kylie saves Holiday. Bernard tells Holiday, you're gonna marry me now because, yeah, and they do end up getting engaged. That's the good part of the book, but then the next day at Meet Your Catmates Hour, Kylie gets paired up with Frederica. And Frederica says, okay, I hate you a little bit less now, so I want you to help Lucas. And she's like, okay, but what's wrong with Lucas? You know, I don't like you, but I like her even less. Like, ooh, even less. And it turns out Lucas's quest while being at Shadow Falls was to get on the werewolf council so that he can change things for the werewolves. And in order to do this, his father set up an engagement between him and another, well, let's just call her a she-wolf. So Frederica tells her about this and when it's going to happen. At first, Kylie obviously doesn't believe her because this bitch has told so many lies trying to break them up. That night, she does go, because Mario wasn't really a threat in this book, she does convince Bernard to let her not have a shadow. And she goes to where Frederica said all this is going down, while she has a werewolf pattern, which happened when she was fighting Colin Warren. And she sees that it's true, that Lucas is basically having a betrothal ceremony with a girl named Monique. So Kylie gets the hell out of there as quickly as she can, but Clara sees her. Luckily no one stops her. She goes to Hayden's cabin and figures out Hayden is a chameleon as well, working for her grandfather who was sent there to keep an eye on her and keep her safe. And she says, I'll leave tomorrow. He's like, no, you can leave now. I'll take you to your grandfather. because the one thing that her grandfather told her was that a chameleon alone can't survive. She has to live with him and the others like her to learn about who and what she really is. But she didn't want to go because Shadow Falls is her home. But a big part of home was Lucas. But she does go. She says she needs to say goodbye. Della is super pissed at her for leaving. Miranda, super pissed at her for leaving. Holiday understands. She doesn't really tell Bernard on her own. She lets Holiday do it. And that's how that book ends, with Kylie going to live on the chameleon compound with her grandfather, great aunt, and other chameleons, and leaving behind a lot of sad people, including Lucas, but he's a douchebag. He did arrive at her cabin right after the ceremony thing and tried to explain things, and she basically just told him to buzz off, which I would have done too. But that's it for this book, guys. I told you, twists and turns for days. Next week, it would be the last book in the Shadowfall series in Kylie Galen's point of view. Chosen at Nightfall. The sounds are affecting really bad. There we go. The last book, the base book, the amazingest book ever. But please, guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to stake that like button. Hit the bell notification with the silver bullet, and please subscribe. I will see you guys next week, but for now,